Hello students, welcome to AriserTalent. I am your maths teacher Arpita Sharma. Students, we have started a new chapter in our previous lecture and that was linear equation in two variable, right students? So we were discussing about graph. We just talked about that what an equation is, and then we talked about quadratic equation, polynomials we have also talked about, and then we are having some discussion on the solution of a two variable linear equation, right? So here we are having graph of linear equation ax plus by plus c equals to 0 in two variables where a and b are not 0. So there is some method, some procedure. What we do, will follow some steps. Right students, so in order to follow the steps, we are having our very first step to obtain the linear equation. Let the equation be ax plus by plus c equals to 0. Ax plus by plus c equals to 0. This is the format of our equation where a and b are not equals to 0. Now step second, express y in terms of x2 obtained, y equals to minus of the complete. What does that mean? Let's suppose here, come here, ax plus by plus c equals to 0, right students? So I am saying you to have the value of y. Here we are having the y value. So to obtain the value of y from here, what I'll do, I'll put by here and I'll transpose this value and this value here, right? Now in RHS, so that will be minus of ax plus c, that will be minus ax plus, okay, minus ax minus c, okay. Now if it is true, then y equals to minus bx plus c by b, isn't it, right? So I am having the same term y equals to minus ax plus c by b with this equation. Now what will I do? I'll put some value of x and find out the value of y. Now if I'll put some value of x here, I can have the value of y here, okay. If I'll get the value 1 here, or I'll be having value of x equals to 0. So at x equals to 0, this term will vanish. So c by b minus c by b will be the value of y. If I am putting 1 here, x equals to 1 here, so what will be the value? Now that will be a plus c by b of minus, okay. Now students, I can write also the value of x equals to 2, x equals to 3, x equals to 4 and so on. But what I am doing, I am taking only two values and I am obtaining the second variable's value, right? In step 3, give any two values to x, any two values. You are not bounded by that you have to take this value, you have to take that value. No, you can take any value, any two values and have the values of y, right? Calculate the corresponding values of y from the expression in step second. We are having this expression, okay. So to obtain two solutions, say alpha 1 and beta 1 are two solutions and alpha 2 and beta 2, okay. We'll have these pairs. If you put x equals to 0, then you got some value of y. So now that 0 is what? Alpha 1, and what value at 0 you will be finding? Minus c by b. So in that case, what we are having? 0 and minus b by a, right? No, minus c by a, okay, minus c by a. So this is the value of x and this is the value of y. We are getting these two values. Now if I am taking this value of x equals to 1, so here I am getting this value equals to minus of a plus c by b, okay, minus of a plus c by b, okay. So these are my xy values. So this is alpha 1, I am telling you this is beta 1, this is alpha 2, this is beta 2. Right students? So this is the way we'll find out. So we'll talk about this thing later. Okay. We'll be having some examples on that. Right. Now what you have to do, if possible, take the values of x as integers in such a manner that the corresponding values are also integer. Why we are saying that? Because it's easy. Because it's easy to put integers on graph. And now we are doing all the exercise to put the values on graph. If it's in fraction, then you have to, have some points between 2 points, and it's little bit messy, right? So what you're going to do, you'll put such kind of values of x which are integer, and will be getting the value of y that will be also integer. Okay, so you have to take that in your mind only. Right. Now step 4, plot points alpha 1, beta 1 and alpha 2, beta 2 on the graph paper. Now what is graph paper? You are all having books, right? And in that you're having some graphs, right? Other than that, you are also having graph books, students, right? In that you're having proper sections, and you'll divide this in x-axis and y-axis, and will be having some number. Each and every box will be getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and so on, right? So we'll be doing all these exercise. Okay. Now step 4, join the points marked in step 4 to obtain the line obtained in the graph of the equation ax plus by plus c equals to 0. Now students, let's suppose this is my graph. Now this is x and this is y dash axis. Now this will be 1, 2, 3 and that will be minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. It will be 1, 2 and 3, and this will be minus 1, minus 2 and minus 3. Right students? Now students, look here carefully that I am having value of x equals to 0. Right. Then I was getting the value equals to c by b. So at x equals to 0, this is x, this is y. At x equals to 0, so 0 is here. Let's suppose this is that one minus c by b. So minus value will come here. Let's suppose the value of minus c by b is here, right? That's particular point, right? So you'll be having 0 here and minus c by here, minus c by b here. So there you will get this value. Now for the second value of x, that one alpha 1 and beta 1. Next value x equals to 1, that is alpha 2, right? So this is what? Alpha 1 beta 1 value. Now if x equals to 1, so x equals to 1 here, plus 1, so plus 1 here, and the value is value of y, let's suppose that will be, what was that? Minus a plus c by b. And now just put some values of a, b, c as per that of equation. So I am having some value which is greater than 2 and less than 3. So I'll be having this value. Now 1 and 2 here. So that will be the point. That point will be alpha 2 and beta 2, because I am getting that point by values of alpha 2 and beta 2. Right. So that will be the point. So this is 1 point, this is 2 point. Now meet these both point. This will be the line of what? Which was given ax plus by plus c equals to 0. Okay, so we will definitely understand it with the help of an example. So you can just note all these steps, students, and we'll be using the step to plot the graph. Okay, now draw the graph of the equation y minus x equals to 2. Okay students, so what I am going to do, I am going to make here a graph for you. How? Look here. Okay, so here I am having this graph, right? Okay, now this is what? Y dash. Okay, now for sure this is first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13, 14, 15, right? Sixteen, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 and 22. So if it's 22, there will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That will be the midpoint here. So I am creating this as midpoint and we'll draw another line. Right, students? Okay. You're having your graph paper, students, so you just don't need to do all these things. But in my case, I have to give you a proper graph plot here. Right, that will be 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1 here. And that is what? X and X dash axis, right? Okay, here also I'll be go with the same thing like this. So, right here we'll mark these points. Okay, students. So, can I write this -1, -2, -3 here? Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10 here for minus. Okay, again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10 here. Then -1, -2, -3, -4, -6, -7, -8, -9 and -10 there. So, it's a proper graph, students. Okay, so in your graph paper, what it seems to like to have, you'll be having some lines over there, right? Like this. If I talk about this, you'll be having some lines, these horizontal lines, right? And you'll be also having vertical lines too, students. These are the horizontal lines you'll be having and these are the vertical lines you're having in your graph paper, right? And these are perfectly perpendicular to each other, right? And parallel in x direction and y direction and perpendicular to each other. Okay, so this type of thing you're getting in all your graph book, these section, and you'll mark 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 here and there. I'm telling you only once in this particular example. We'll talk normally. We'll assume that the margins are equal in every next time, but in this I'm going to represent it a particular way so that you will not be confused. Okay, students. So our question is draw the graph of the equation y minus x is to x equals to 0. Students, what were the steps to be followed? Step number 1, equation in the basic format first. Okay, so it is x minus y, y minus x equals to 2. So the basic equation is what? So the basic equation here, come here, given y minus x equals to 2. So the basic equation will be minus x plus y minus 2 equals to 0. Right. Now, what is step 2? You will be having you'll be finding the value of y from there. So value of y will be equals to plus 2 and plus x. So the value of y equals to, that was step 1, that was step 2. Now step 3. Step 3 is you have to put the values of x such that you'll be finding the value of y. Okay, how? In what manner? That the value of x will be integer and value of y will be integer. So let's start with the 0. Start with the 0. So what you have to do is just put x equals to 0, students. Putting what? X equals to 0 in equation 1. So if you are putting this value x equals to 0 in equation 1, y will be getting 2. This implies that alpha 1 equals to 0 and beta 1 equals to 2. So alpha 1 beta 1 equals to 0, 2. Right, students? Now the second value, after 0 it comes 1, so I can just take the value 1. Okay, so if the value of x equals to 1 in equation 1, so here I will be putting values y equals to 2 plus 1 equals to 3. Now what this implies? Alpha 1 equals to 1 and alpha 2 equals to, sorry, beta 2, right, and alpha 2. Alpha 2 and beta 2's value are this. This implies that alpha 2 and beta 2 are equals to 1 by 3. Now students, I am getting alpha 2 beta 2's value and alpha 1 beta 1's value. So what will I do? Okay, I can write here alpha 1 beta 1 equals to 0, 2, alpha 2 beta 2 equals to 1, 3. Now students, these are 2 points location. Okay, these coordinates always represents you the position of this point. Now the value of alpha 1 beta 1 give you a point, particular point in the graph. I will tell you now. Okay, now alpha 2 beta 2 will give you another point's value in the graph. Okay, so you are having 2 position in a graph. You can just meet these 2 points and have your lines, right? That particular line will be having this line y plus x equals to y minus x equals to 2y, because you are solving for this equation. Okay, so alpha 1 beta 1, alpha 1 value of x. Now this is x axis. So x dash axis. Now the value of x is 2. Alpha 1 is 2. So where is the value? Sorry, is 0. So where is the value? 0 here. So I'll be getting this value. Now corresponding value of beta 1 is 2. Now beta 1 will be in this. Okay, so 0 here and 2 here will give you this point. This point, can I mark this? This point is 0 and 2. Now I am having this x axis value 1 here. So value is 1 here, this point. Okay, now beta 2 is 3. Now beta 2 positive value, so it will lie this side. Okay, so 3. Now 3 is this. Now 2 and 3. Right. Sorry, it's 1 and 3. So 1 and 3 will give you this point. Okay, this point. Now what will I do? I'll just take this scale and meet these 2 points. Okay, sorry, it's just messed up. Okay, so we'll be having this line, right students? This line is what? Nothing but y minus x equals to 2. This is that line. So you have just plotted this given equation on your graph paper. Okay, so I am again telling you these kind of boxes here I am showing you only on this part. This type of boxes are made in all the complete graph. Okay. So completed with that, note this question students so that we can move forward. Okay, noted? Right. Okay. Right students? So, now we are having graphical representation of linear equation. Now students, pair of linear equations, let a system of pair of linear equations be a1x plus b1y equals to c1. This is only the format we have studied. What we have done? Student, understand this c1 is just a constant. So can I write minus c1, or I can just combine this minus in c1. So that will be also a constant value. So just not bother about it. This is a1x plus b1y plus c1 equals to 0. Before we were talking about this equation. But can I have the c1 this side? So that will become equals to minus c1. Now this is some constant now, so it can be positive, it can be negative, it will not affect here in general form, in only general form. Okay, because if you are going to have some actual values, so that equation will change if you add this minus here or remove this minus here. Okay, so in general you can write this a1x plus b1y equals to c1. Okay, right, like that you can write the second equation equals to a2x plus b2y equals to C2. Now, we know that the given two lines in a plane, only one of the following three possibilities can happen. Only one of the three possibilities can happen. The two lines will intersect at one point. Right. So, it can have a common value. Right. The solution of the particular point can be meet in this plane. This is the one condition. Now students, we are having these two equations. This first equation's graph is denoted by L1 and the second equation's graph is denoted by this L2. Okay. Now the two lines will not intersect however far they are extended, let they are parallel. If they are meeting, that's okay, they are meeting, right. If they are not meeting anywhere, what it means, if you are extending these lines and they are not going to meet anywhere, so these are obviously parallel lines, right, students. Okay. The third one, the two lines are coincident lines. Now, how it's possible if they are coincident lines? I am telling you about that 4x plus 8y equals to 0. Okay. Now, not 0 but let's suppose 20. Now I am telling you that 2x plus 4y equals to 10. I have just taken the common 2 here, right? So I have just divided the complete equation by 2. Now this equation's graph and this equation's graph will be same. Even x plus 2y equals to 5, the value of this graph will be same, right? The value of this line on the graph line of this equation will be same also. Okay. So L1 and L2 will coincide. Okay students, so next topic is types of solution. Now solution is what? If you are having this equation x plus y, ax plus by plus c equals to 0. Okay, so if you are having two equations, that will be a1 x plus b1y plus c2 equals to 0, c1 equals to 0, and the second equation will be a2x plus b2y plus c2 equals to 0. Now you are having these two equations. Okay, now solution of this equation, these equation will be what? something like that you can be having the value of x and y's here, right students? Now, if you go for the solution part and you'll draw lines, we will be studying three cases. The lines can intersect each other, cannot intersect each other, or can be overlapped. Okay, so we will discuss these three kind of cases as unique solution, infinite many solution, and no solution at all. Right students? So, if I'm having this consistent type, if a system is simultaneous linear equations has at least one solution, the system is said to be consistent. Now, if the system is consistent, then we are having two cases. The one is then that one intersects, right? The graph of two equations intersect like this, right? So, I am having this line and this line of some equation, and these are intersecting is this point. Okay, this is first type in which the graphs of these equations intersect each other at the point. This point is 2, 1. This is 2 x-axis and this is 1 y-axis. So, 2, 1 is the point where these two lines intersects each other. Okay, these cannot be intersect anywhere else, but at this particular point they intersect each other. Okay students, so in this case, for example, consider the equation x plus 2y equals to 4 and 7x plus 4y equals to 18. So, if I am considering these equation x plus 2y equals to 4 and 7x plus 4y equals to 18. Okay, so in this case, what will I do? I'll solve these equations and I'll get this, right? This point. The graph of this equation and the graph of this equation now at 2, 1. Okay, so what does that mean? If I'm having this value x plus 2y equals to 4. Now I am putting the value of x equals to 0. So value will be 2y equals to 4. So y equals to 4 by 2. So I'll be having always y equals to 4 by 2. So that will be 2. So value is 0, 2. Now if I'm putting value 1, 1. So 2y equals to 4 minus 1, that is 3. So that will be 3 by 2. If I'll remove this 2 from here. So y equals to at 1, that will be 3 by 2. Okay. Now at x equals to 2. At x equals to 2, if I'll put value of x equals to 2 here, 2y will become 4 minus 2. So y will become 2 by 2 equals to 1. So that will become 2, 1. Right. And 2, 1 is here. So can I just have the second equation? Okay. For this equation number 2, which is 7x plus 4y, 7x plus 4y equals to 18. 7x plus 4y equals to 18. Now if I'll put value of x equals to 0 here, that will become 4y equals to 18. Right. So 4y equals to 18. That means y equals to 18 by 4. That is 9, that is 2. So 9 by 2. So if value of x is 0, value of y is 9 by 2. This is 1. Now if value is 1 here, 4y will be equals to 18 minus 7. So if the value is 18 minus 7, what will you get? 4y equals to 1 and 1 here. So y will be equals to 11 by 4. Okay. So at x equals to 1, y will be 11 by 4. Now at x equals to 2. Okay. At x equals to 2. At x equals to 2, that will be 14 minus 4y, plus 4y equals to 18. Right. So 4y will be equals to 18 minus 14. So for y equals to 4 by 4 equals to 1. Right. So at x equals to 2, the value of y is 1. So here I am having this. Okay. And here I am having this. Okay. So the value is same here. So at this particular point, these two lines, okay, these two lines will intersect each other. Okay. So this is the intersection point 2, 1. So if we are getting the value of x and y common, the value of alpha and beta are common for a particular value. For a particular value of alpha 1 and alpha 2, we are getting the same value of alpha beta 1 and beta 2. So we will be getting this intersection point. Okay. So this will be the consistent with unique solution. This will be the equation which is consistent and with unique solution. Okay, students. So note this so that we can move forward. Right. So students, we will be talking about the remaining type in our next session, students. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.